Let me invite you to make a cup of tea, sit down, and slow talk through a simple idea that can change the way you work and live, instead of juggling everything. Choose one thing each day that's most worth doing, and do it properly. It sounds familiar, but when you truly live by this principle, you'll see your schedule, your energy, and your results shift in a very different way. The One Thing isn't a book about doing more, it's a book about doing the right things. That tiny difference, repeated long enough, creates a very big gap. Picture an endless row of dominoes in front of you. Each piece looks tiny on its own, but when they're lined up in the right order, a gentle push on the first tile knocks the whole chain. Work and life are like that. The secret isn't to slam into 10 tiles at once. It's to find the right, first tile, to tap. And to pick that first tile. The book gives us a golden question worth taping right above your desk. What's the one thing I can do right now such that by doing it everything else becomes easier or unnecessary? It sounds simple, but it forces you to look straight at the highest leverage spot, where one small action can unlock an entire chain of outcomes. The problem in real life is that we're constantly dragged around by things we should also do. Email pings, messages pop up, little tasks beg for just a minute. The to-do list grows longer and looks like hard work, yet hours pass with no meaningful progress. Here the golden question works like a sieve. You pour all the tasks in and give it a shake. The big brains, the result makers, stay. The dust, the noisy, low-value stuff, falls through. Every morning, at the start of each session, and any time your mind starts to feel tangled, ask that question again and watch your next priority rise clearly to the surface. Before we go further, we need to clear out a few very reasonable misunderstandings that quietly nudge us off track. Misunderstanding number 1. Everything is equally important. It isn't. In the world of results, things are never equal. Most to-do lists are survival lists, notes to avoid forgetting and to feel busy. High performers don't start the day by asking, "What do I have to do?" but, "What, if done, would make everything else lighter?" Change the question and you convert your to-do list into a success list. Fewer items, each with leverage. Misunderstanding number 2. Multitasking is faster. Our brains can't run 2 heavy cognitive tasks at once, they just switch channels. Every switch taxes your speed, your quality, and your mental energy. You think you're saving time, but you're pouring friction into every task. Try a truly single-channel morning. Turn off notifications, set a countdown timer, and do one thing until it's done or the time is up. You'll be surprised how smooth work feels when your attention isn't yanked back and forth. Misunderstanding number 3. Successful people have iron discipline. You don't need discipline 24/7. You need enough discipline for a short stretch to turn the right action into a habit, then the habit carries you. Imagine protecting a time block for your one thing every day for about 2 months. Once the habit forms, you're no longer forcing it. Your body and your schedule already understand. It's time to do that thing. Misunderstanding number 4. Willpower is always available. Willpower is like a phone battery, full in the morning, drained as you use it, restored by good sleep, healthy food, and gentle movement. Because willpower is finite, put the hardest, most important task first. When the battery is green, don't assign big responsibilities to a body that's already out of juice. Then blame yourself for lacking grit. What you lack isn't willpower, it's a smart schedule. Misunderstanding number 5. Perfect life balance exists. In reality, top performers don't freeze on a tightrope, they counterbalance. Sometimes you lean into work, then you deliberately lean back into family, health, and self. What matters is that you hold the wheel, know which way you're leaning, and when to pull back. Final misunderstanding. Thinking big is bad, stressful, or dangerous. If you treat big as possible, you'll use it like a lighthouse to set direction, then move toward it with very small, consistent steps. Think big to see the far shore. Act small so every stroke moves you closer. Once we clear those landmines, the book suggests a 3-layer way of living: purpose, priority, and productivity. Purpose answers why you do anything. Without a why, every do is hollow. Priority is the bridge between purpose and your calendar. You translate the why into the first task of the day. Productivity is the set of habits and techniques that protect the time and energy for that first task. The golden question runs through all three layers. Ask it at a high altitude. What do I want my life to look like in 5 years? Then zoom in. This year. What's a leap? This month. This week. Today. Right now. What one action moves me closer? That's how you pull the goal into the present. So you don't write beautiful resolutions in January and end up puzzled in December. Still, knowing your one thing isn't enough. You need a time machine to protect it. Time blocking. Each day, set a fixed block for your one thing, ideally in the morning. During that block, everything else waits. Start with 60 to 90 minutes. Then extend to 2 or 3 hours as your context allows. The magic of time blocking is that it turns focus into structure. It shows up daily. It's repeatable, and it's predictable, when your golden hour becomes a natural part of the day. Productivity is like a set of rails already laid down. You just step on and go. Of course, holding your golden hour isn't easy because 4 thieves are always lurking. Thief number 1. Not knowing how to say no. Every thoughtless yes to a request, a quick favor, or a minute call, as you canceling a date with yourself. Learn to say no kindly but firmly. It's a survival skill. Thief number 2. Fear of chaos. When you pour yourself into one thing, other things will slip. Your inbox will swell. Messiness will surface. That's the normal surcharge of deep focus, not a sign you're doing it wrong. Thief number 3. Poor health habits. Too little sleep, erratic eating, and no movement are the quickest ways to torch your willpower battery. Thief number 4. An unsupportive environment. A market stall desk, a phone that never stops buzzing, and people who don't get what you're protecting will spin you off course. Spot these 4 thieves and guard your door. Keep a pre-written, polite decline. Silence notifications, tidy your space, and agree on inviolable golden hours with family and teammates. Now let's stitch this into everyday life so it's in your hands. Suppose you're building a YouTube channel for book summaries. Your purpose is to create content that helps people learn fast and live better. Your priority this week is to finish one high-quality video. Today's golden question: what can I do in the next 90 minutes to make finishing the video easier? The answer might be to finalize a detailed opening outline and record a 3-minute scratch voiceover to test the rhythm. You block 9 o'clock to 10:30. Turn off notifications, set a countdown, and do only that. When you're done, stand, hydrate, give yourself 5 minutes to unwind. Then open email and messages. In the afternoon, block another 60 minutes to revise the draft based on what you learned in the morning. Tomorrow, your one thing is locking the 3 key insights and picking examples. Do this and you'll line up your week's dominoes, and the video will finish itself. In the best sense of the phrase, if you're building a business, today's one thing might be a call to the most important prospect, or writing a crisp value proposition so the team knows exactly whom you serve and why. If you're an expectant mom seeking calm and health, your one thing each morning could be a 20-minute gentle walk to stabilize energy and mood. If you're learning a hard skill, your one thing could be one deep, screen-free hour with just you and the material. The one thing doesn't need to be grand, it just needs to be right. A small, long-term maintenance trick is to turn the golden question into a ritual. Each morning, open your notebook and write, today, the one thing I can do is. Don't write 2 things. Don't be greedy for 3. Just 1. Then put it on your calendar. Lock it with a countdown. And do it. At day's end, write a single line. What made everything easier? This habit is like taking daily progress snapshots. After a few weeks, you'll flip back and see a clean row of beads, each one a small, leveraged step. That strand of beads is your new track. Alongside the habit, the book points to 3 quiet but powerful commitments. First, pursue mastery. Don't settle for a rough approach. Look for the model, the mentor, the standard that shows you what best possible looks like. Second, work with purpose rather than impulse. Enthusiasm is good, but enthusiasm in the right direction gets you home. Third, take responsibility. When results fall short, don't play the victim. Ask, what's one thing I can do differently? That attitude lets you correct early and avoid drifting far. A common question. What if I'm deep in focus and a colleague calls a meeting? A client messages, urgent, or family needs something. How do I decline gracefully? The simple way is to set expectations up front and prepare your reply. Let your team know that every morning from 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock is a no meeting. No chat, golden hour. Except for emergencies. Keep a polite template ready. I'm in a focus block right now. I'll reply at 11:15. If it's truly urgent, please call. With family, agree on a small sign on the door or the desk, if the sign is up. You're in a focus block. You're training your environment to respect your priorities. When it understands, everything gets lighter. Don't forget energy hygiene. Sleep, water, nutrition, and movement are the table's 4 legs. One good night's sleep often adds a few percentage points of alertness, small numbers that compound into big differences. A tidy desk, a phone with fewer alerts, and a quiet space with warm light are simple things that support you more than you might expect. When these pieces click, clear purpose, sharp priority, steady habits, a protected golden hour, and the 4 thieves kept outside, you'll realize success isn't doing more. It's choosing better. And choosing better always begins with choosing less. Each day, you only need to finish one right thing and let the domino effect handle the rest. A month from now, you'll see how far you've gone without burning out. 6 months in, your life will look different because of tiny strokes drawn steadily. A year from now, others will call it a turning point. You'll know it was built by ordinary mornings where you chose one thing and gently pushed it forward. Right after you finish watching, turn off notifications for 60 to 90 minutes. Write down your one thing for today. Block the time and get started. Don't wait for inspiration. Starting brings the inspiration. Don't wait for a free schedule. Your schedule is free only when you block it first. Don't wait to know every step. Know the first step and take it. The click of that first domino is deeply satisfying, because you know the rest of the line is ready to move. Finally, keep one short sentence as your compass for the year. Before you get busy, get aligned. Before you get aligned, get one thing clear. What's your one thing today? Write it down right now and begin.